I'm up here on one of my favorite little sneaky spots to get an amazing photo at sunset because, look, you have the Place de la Concorde, the obelisk, the Eiffel Tower, the Grand Palais, these beautiful sculptures that are originally done for some of the large cities of France. The one for Strasbourg is the face of Victor Hugo's mistress, Juliette de Rue. I just went here, the Hotel de la Naïve. I can't even begin to say how amazing it is in there. They also have the coolest thing. They have these headsets that you wear. It is all GPS to whatever room you walk in. It's got music playing in the background. It tells you stories of all the rooms, the people that live there. It's really disconcerting because you hear footsteps, like they're walking around and the servants are walking and running into rooms, and you think that there's people right behind you. But it is amazing. I will post 1,000 photos that I took in there. But when you come to Paris, you have to go. It was actually, I was in there for about an hour and a half because you follow along with it, and then if you want to stay in one room looking for a while, it's okay, and then once you go to the next room, it starts up. But it's absolutely stunning. Of course, I then bought too many books in the bookstore. I actually have to go back to my apartment and drop them off because of the Orsay. I also did. But I wanted to show you this guy. So this lion right here, during the Liberation, which I will talk more about on Sunday on my live walk, so be sure to check that out and grab your spot. A tank backed into the wall below and hit this lion. He fell to the ground. So because of that, you could see where the cracks are in his legs. He was eventually put back up, saved. It's Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall. But he is right here on this corner, the northern corner of the Jardin de Tuileries. That is the hotel. You could go out on the loggia right there and get this fantastic view. The rooms are just stunning. There was a set of rooms that everything's gilded, has huge chandeliers, which I love. See, you can see the people out there. It's not very busy at all. I made sure to have a ticket before, but if you didn't, you still were able to get in. So in the future, when tourism comes all the way back, it might be a little bit more difficult, but I have my handy dandy press pass, which is amazing, which gets me into all these things for free as well. But this is one of my favorite spots to come up here and catch the sunset. You have the two fountains, one's for the rivers, other one's for the sea. And of course over there, see the very top of that, you can see the top of Valland, the dome. Of course, I love this spot right here because you get all this stuff lined up. It's just like perfectly lined up. The lampposts are stunning with their ships on it, which is of course a symbol of Paris. So always be careful around here though. This is where a lot of the tricks try to get you, like the woman with the ring, because it is a high tourist area. They kind of know that, so they hang out here. But oh wait, cannot be up here without showing you this. So this right here is the Jeu de Paume. The Jeu de Paume, as I hope every single person in the world knows, is the site that was used as the depot for the collection of art that the Arriere collected, that were stealing it and sending it back to Germany to Hitler, and for the museum that he was going to create. It was all taken and hidden here. One amazing woman worked here, Rose Valland, possibly my favorite human in history. Rose Valland worked here. She was a French woman. She had little glasses. She was very mousy looking, as they said. She's very nondescript. She basically blended right in, and because of that, Jacques Giraud kept her working here after that time. The thing is that she was incredibly bright. She spoke multiple languages, including German. So she worked here, and she had a photographic memory, could remember every single thing she saw. So she came here every day to work, and she would hear they would be stealing these paintings from different Jewish galleries like Paul Rosenberg and many other ones, and Jewish families collecting it here. This is also where they piled the degenerate art, which was Van Gogh, some Picasso, some of that. They piled it here and set it on fire. Just makes me sick to think of that. But she sat here every single day. She would go home every night, write down in these journals of everything she saw and heard, the name of the painting, who it was stolen from, the number of the crate it was going in, the train that it was going in, where it was going to, everything. Because of her, some 40,000 pieces of art were saved and returned to Jewish families, collectors, that it was stolen. Sadly, even more than that was not recovered. But they, because of what she did, she basically saved much of the art that came out of France. And here, this is the only reminder of her. You have Rose Valland, 45,000 works of art. The day after my birthday, this was put in, so it makes it even more, I'm even more drawn to it. But so from the fall of 1940 to the summer in 1944. This was actually a museum. This was an extension of the Louvre. At one time, this was actually the Impressionists were housed here before they opened the Orsay in the 1980s, but they were here for a long time. So this is the Jardin. If you go inside, I went inside. Now it is a museum basically dedicated to photography, and I went in one time because I just wanted to see. I've seen many photos. You could find photos online of what it looked like when she was there, with photos of her, and you don't get that sense in there at all anymore. But within these walls is where Rose Valland worked. Of course, many people know that George Clooney adapted the book Monuments Men into a major motion picture with Cate Blanchett, played a character loosely, I say loosely, based on Rose Valland. Rose Valland was quiet. She was also a lesbian. She would not have been here chasing after Matt Damon. Also, I think they diminished her role a little bit too much in the movie, and that makes me sad. But a lot of people know who she is because of that, and that makes me happy. So, also these flowers, another thing. So the Tuileries is actually managed by the Louvre, and every year they actually redesign the garden beds based around exhibition or special paintings or something. They did it around IMP, around the anniversary of the pyramid. This year they are doing it, and it is around the Paris Athens exhibition that's coming up. So you can see here it has all of the different flowers that it's using colors. And so here is the piece by Charles Garnier, who did, of course, the Opera Garnier, this gorgeous thing. And then you can see here's the flowers. So that one definitely, of course, the dahlia, you have the gold, it's gorgeous. I love that they do this. But yeah, the Louvre oversees the Tuileries garden. So I think there should be much more dedicated to Rose Valland than that little plaque. There needs to be a fountain. There needs to be a statue. It needs to be taller than the Statue of Liberty, and it needs to be somewhere where everybody can see it. It needs to be taller than the Eiffel Tower. That's what I think. I believe that's what it needs to be. That is what she deserves. But she is amazing. The Hotel de la Marine was amazing. I've already been to the Orsay. I'll share that video too. All right, a biento.